Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Chicago Sky got destroyed by the stud buds. Everybody watches the stud buds. Shout out to Courtney Williams and Tisha Eiderman, man. Listen, stud buds stood on business today. Nafisa Collier stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky.
Angel Reese was dishing out turnovers like she was hosting a game show. You get a ball. You get a ball. Meanwhile, the stud buds didn't just make an appearance. They took center stage and turned the court into their own stand-up special. This wasn't a basketball game, it was a live blooper reel. If you've ever asked what it looks like when swagger crashes headfirst into mayhem, this was it, a full-blown basketball roast, and it's still smoking.
He's had 9 turnovers. Yo, listen, y'all gotta stop with this point forward foolishness, man. Let's take a look, man. Hold on, man. Y'all be wildin', son. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, yo. Y'all gotta stop.
Just 1 turnover shy of a triple-double, but not the kind you brag about. Yep, you read that right. Angel Reese was flirting with infamy, not history. This wasn't a highlight you hang in a trophy case. It's one you hope gets lost in the archives. 9 turnovers. That's not a stat. It's a cry for help. She was practically running a charity drive for defenders. Here, have a ball. You look like you need a transition play.
The entire WNBA and Angel Reese in garbage time. We saw it. Angel Reese last year against the Fever with like 2 minutes to go. She needed to, I think it was like 6 points and 3 rebounds. And she went and caught like 2 rebounds and then immediately goes at Victoria Saxton 3 times.
At this point, the only thing that makes sense is that the coaching staff is in on the joke. This isn't basketball, it's experimental theater. A satire on offensive schemes gone wrong. Because the moment they involve her in actual plays, the paint turns into a gridlock freeway. LA would be jealous. You can practically hear the lane crying out, please, no more. Every time she sets up shop down there like she's building a bonfire, disaster looms. And don't even mention the pick and roll. The only thing rolling is the ball straight to the other team.
After this opponent gets close to her during a box out, grabs her by her hips, and hip tosses her, throwing her to the ground. She stands up, she walks over to this opponent, bends over, screams in her face, and flips her the double bird. That's the WNBA gold. We're gonna get into it. And the laughter, oh, Angel. Oh, my angel, you're my darling, angel. You've been playing well, Angel. I give it to you. You've been playing well. But every now and then, those stinkers, oh man.
So rather than risk a full-blown offensive meltdown, they've gifted her the honorary role of facilitator, which is cute if this were preschool and not high-level basketball. Facilitator, as in, please just pass it before everything implodes. Because when she's not dishing it off, she's bricking. When she's not bricking, she's flailing. And when she's not flailing, she's traveling, both literally and, somehow, spiritually, far, far away from the rim.
Like, there's absolutely no foul in that. She gets a good whistle, jumps up, and then goes at somebody on the other team. Who's she go at? She goes at Diamond Miller, her former Maryland teammate. And, like, Angel's 1 tech off a suspension as well. And is like, anytime anyone gets into it with her, she's straight in their face. And I'm like, I don't mind that. But you just gotta be smart. To be fair, this guy sucks, so you might as well just go and take your, I'll say it,
At this point, it's beyond a bad game. This is the basketball equivalent of a full-blown government cover-up. No one wants to say it out loud, but everyone's thinking it. Reese isn't just struggling, she's genuinely awful. Not off night awful, not give her time awful. We're talking why is she still on the floor? Awful. Garden gnomes have better footwork, scarecrows have more dependable hands, and yet, there she is, gumming up the offense like a chewed-up wad stuck in a vending machine slot. But bench her? Never. That would mean admitting the illusion is over. It would mean peeling back months of hype, PR spin, and carefully curated highlight reels. It would be the end of the charade.so instead. She stands at the top of the key, waving her arms like she's directing traffic while teammates scramble around her like it's a fire drill. But spoiler alert, there's no play coming. The only thing she's setting up is her next appearance on the blooper reel. The ball's moving, sure, just usually straight to someone wearing the wrong jersey.
Thought she was turning her season around. Just when I thought Angel Reese was graduating from pretend basketball player to make-believe basketball player, the level where it's almost believable that Angel Reese is a basketball player. Just when I thought Angel Reese would pull through in the clutch and do America a favor. With a win last night against the Minnesota Lynx, Angel Reese would have become the most popular player in the WNBA dump. Well, Casey, that's simply not possible. Caitlin Clark will always be the most popular player in the WNBA.
And the worst part, you can see the players adjusting to her limitations in real time. Watch the spacing. Watch how teammates hesitate to cut toward her like they're trying to avoid a black hole. No one wants to be the next casualty of a wild pass, a late screen, or a surprise dribble off the foot. It's like they're running plays with a live grenade. This isn't chemistry. This is survival. The irony here is rich. For all the talk about leadership and grit and championship DNA, Ree has become the very anchor that's weighing the team down. And not in a good stabilizing way. In a we're sinking and nobody knows how to swim way. As if 9 turnovers is a growing pain and not a full-on basketball identity crisis. As if standing in the dunker spot while your teammate gets double-teamed is positioning and not just being in the way. At this point, the only thing Ree is facilitating is fast breaks for the other team. She's not a playmaker. She's a plot twist and not the fun kind.
Why people are defending this, let's get into it. Nneka Ogwumike, she gets up, proceeds to get boxed out, unable to move her opponent out of the way. Nneka Ogwumike retaliates, grabs her by the hips, throws her to the floor, stands over her, screams on her, flips her the double bird. Quinterly, Dallas Wings' teammate, being a good teammate, gets in the middle of the two, pushes Nneka out of the way like a good teammate should. Instead of saying, Nneka, come here, let me get you a hug. No, get up off my teammate, girl. Get up off my teammate. Nneka Ogwumike can't let it go.
You know it's bad when the opposing team wants her to have the ball. They're baiting her like she's the weak link in a rusty fence. You can practically hear the opposing coach mutter from the sideline, let her cook. Fully aware the dish is undercooked, the recipe's wrong, and the kitchen's already on fire, and transition defense? Don't even start. Watching her hustle back after a turnover is like watching someone try to jog in flip-flops. There's movement, technically, but it's all for show. Her body language says it all. Frustration with no urgency, intensity without aim, energy with no results, which circles us right back to the coaching staff. They know. They have to know. You don't suffer that many offensive disasters and say, yes, more of that. This isn't strategy, it's survival by denial. They've chosen the path of least resistance, slap the decoy label on her, call it development, and pray no one actually checks the box score, yet the charade marches on. Press conferences filled with vague praise, social media clips in slow-mo that conveniently cut just before the turnover. The spin is strong. The tape, not so much.
Telling you, with a win last night, Angel Reese would have surpassed the Rue from Waterloo in popularity. Now, I am not saying that her dozens of aliases would have passed Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese herself, she definitely would have. Going into the game last night, Cheryl Reed, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, she told the doofus duo who refer to themselves as stud buds, she told them, if they lost this game to the Chicago Bravado, they would no longer be allowed to stream on Twitch.
The whole operation is a masterclass in selective editing. Frame the narrative just right and maybe, just maybe, people will forget the score. Forget that the team got blown out while their so-called star tripped over her own momentum. Meanwhile, the rest of the roster pays the price. Players who can shoot, players who move without the ball, players who actually understand how a shot clock works. They're being sacrificed on the altar of brand protection because it's no longer about winning. It's about avoiding the embarrassment of admitting a mistake, and that's the saddest part. Angel Reese didn't ask to be overhyped, but now she's the face of a marketing machine too committed to the illusion to tell the truth. The real triple-double, hype, delusion, and denial. Some of y'all get hypnotized by the box score. You see double-double and act like she just dropped a 30-piece, triple-baked filet mignon. But if you actually watch the game, eyes open, brain engaged, you'd know what you were seeing wasn't dominance. It was disorder, sloppy, aimless, perfectly marinated chaos. Angel Reese's stat lines are like clickbait headlines, bold, flashy, and almost completely misleading.